Got him! Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be comparing the HP 24mh computer monitor with the Acer R240HY computer monitor. I did purchase both of these products myself, and any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in anything that you see here, the links to these monitors will be in my video description below. I've also published on my YouTube channel individual product reviews featuring both of these monitors if you want to find out more about them and see them in more depth and detail than what you're going to get in this video. Be sure to check out those reviews on my channel. So with that being said, you can see we got them side by side here in the studio. Now let's go over some of the similarities and differences. So both of these monitors have very similar specs. So first up, they're both 1920 by 1080p Full HD. They're both 24 inches in screen size, and they're both IPS panel types. So we're gonna get better viewing angles and color accuracy versus a VA or a TN panel. Other than that, I mean, they look similar too, with a, design that's very, very standard in the marketplace today, with basically no bezels along the sides and the top right here. So that's great if you want to put two of these monitors side by side and together. You basically almost have like an unobstructed picture, kind of giving you a little bit of that ultra wide feel if you had, a massive screen. So very similar designs. Couple differences though, you can see, like for HP, we have this silver accent right here that some people like and some people dislike, where the Acer went ahead, they just went with the all black aesthetic for everything. You can see the differences in their stand types too. So we have this, cutout circle for the Acer monitor versus your big square base for the HP monitor. Both have some good I/O options for you. Both feature HDMI and they both feature VGA. But the Acer panel, in addition to HDMI and VGA, it has DVI-D, and it also has a headphone jack for you and your power plug. For the HP monitor, in addition to HDMI and VGA, we also have a DisplayPort, and we have your audio port as well. This monitor features built-in speakers. So the HP monitor features built-in speakers. The Acer monitor does not feature built-in speakers. In regards to some more tech specs for you, the HP monitor is rated up to 75 Hertz for the refresh rate, where the Acer monitor is only at 60 Hertz for the refresh rate. Acer is rated at 4 milliseconds for the response time. The HP monitor is at 5 milliseconds for the response time. The Acer monitor, guys, in regards to that stand and base, it offers a nice tilt adjustment for us, so we can tilt it back and slightly forward. With the HP monitor, not only do we get our tilt adjustment, we have a nice tilt, but we have height adjustment as well. So maximum height, minimum height, you can see that. We can also rotate this display, which is a fantastic feature. So we get tilt, we get height adjustment, and we get rotation. Neither stand offers swivel adjustments, but it's a no-brainer if you're choosing these monitors between the stand. You definitely want to get the HP monitor. It's a fantastic stand with full functionality. With the Acer, you're limited to just the ability to adjust the tilt. You can't even adjust the height or anything else. On that note too, I want to point out the HP monitor is VESA mount compatible, and we do not have that option, unfortunately, with the Acer mount, and that's really, really unfortunate due to the stand that this comes with. You really don't have much flexibility. Added bonus is you have an incredible stand, so you probably don't need to upgrade the HP one, but if you do want to use a different monitor mount or stand, you can with the VESA mount with this monitor. Now let's go ahead, let's look at some of the physical similarities and differences. So now I got the monitors facing each other. We have the Acer right here. Check it out. You can see how thick it is. So decently thin, and then it gets a little bit thicker at the bottom, but very compact compared to all the space that the HP takes up. So look at that. The HP's super thin right here for the screen, just for like 2 inches. Then it gets very thick all the way down, and then we have an even thicker base and stand. So just keep that in mind for the footprint that this monitor will take up versus the Acer in our battle of 24-inch monitors right there. So similar yet different, right? So you can get a feel for that. The screen feels and looks thinner for the HP due to how they have it, positioned around the side and the top, but it's much thicker if you consider everything, where the Acer looks a little thicker, but really that's about the thickness all the way down to the bottom and base of the monitor. I also want to point out too, in the design elements and aesthetics, keep in mind the HP monitor only has your universal power plug right here. There's no power supply or power brick needed, which is very nice and a great feature if you ask me. But you can see for our Acer monitor, maybe this is how they made it a little bit thinner. We actually have an external power brick we have to use. If you ask me, in my opinion, it's much nicer just to have one cable that's universal. So don't have to worry if you ever misplace the power supply, power adapter, you move it around, that sort of thing. Very easy to change and swap out monitors. With this guy, you have to use its power brick. You can't lose that. So just keep that in mind. Maybe that's a way that they made this a little bit thinner, is because they actually took the power brick and put it outside the monitor versus HP where everything's tucked in nicely and you just have one universal cable. So you can see we got the same video pulled up on both monitors right now. They're both using their default neutral standard image quality presets. So this is about as close as I could get them together color profile wise. Both are at 100 for the brightness, so max brightness for both of these monitors. If I remember correctly, I believe they're both 250 nits for the brightness. And again, they're both IPS panels, so we get very similar colors. They're gonna both be very accurate with your color profiles. And we also get those nice viewing angles. So check it out. You can see the video playing side by side to get a feel for the image quality that you can expect on both of these monitors. Keep in mind, I got, harsh studio lights here. They're doing a really good job with the glare. That's why I love IPS panels. They're fantastic. So I'm really enjoying the image quality on both of these monitors, given the circumstances of my filming environment and the fact that we have a camera, recording screens. So there's always, stuff to consider when, you can't be here looking in person, but I think it's doing a really good job representing what they actually look like. Now for fun, why don't I go ahead, let me just gently rotate the monitors in some, so you guys can get a feel maybe for the viewing angle for both of these monitors. So very, very similar, right? So even off to the side, you'll be able to see some of the picture, and obviously it's better in person, but we're going to rotate them back again so you can get a feel for some of the viewing angles with these monitors. Pretty cool though, right? I mean, super wide viewing angles there. Now there's some glare too. I can see it a lot better with my eyes than you guys can with the camera with the glare, but pretty impressive if you ask me, what you're able to view with an IPS panel today. And 24 inches is a really nice screen size, so obviously you can get a feel for that. I would say, at least with the settings I was able to get in this case, the HP looks a little bit warmer to me, even though we're in the neutral settings. Again, a lot of this can be tweaked, and the differences will show too when you're doing, max brightness versus probably what you'll want to use when you're, actually using this monitor day to day versus filming on. But very close in color profiles as well. And again, all that can be changed. You can find the right setting depending on the content that you're consuming and viewing with these monitors. Now you can see I got the same still image pulled up on both monitors. We have the same color profile settings, 100 max brightness. We have the neutral profile setting over here and the standard profile setting over here for the Acer monitor. So check that out. You can see how they're both gonna display the same image. Now let's go ahead, let's look at this image again, but with all the studio lights off. Now with the lights off, you can see that same image right there on both panels. I would say just like the video we watched, at least from what I'm seeing, the HP looks slightly warmer, giving you a slightly warmer color profile. So now you can see side by side right here, we got a web page pulled up where we're gonna go ahead, we're just gonna browse some content so you can get a feel for what everything looks like. We're on the YouTube trending page right here, so check that out. Everything's clear, crisp, detailed, regardless of which monitor you end up choosing. Both are going to give you an enjoyable viewing experience with those IPS panels, so you can see that. And now let's go ahead, let's look at The Verge. We'll pull up a tech blog right here. Same thing, just look at our experience. You can get a feel for how responsive they are, how detailed everything is. Let's go ahead. Let's just select an article right here. Check it out. same thing. Just pay attention to how everything looks, the clarity. Is anything fuzzy, out of focus, blurry, anything like that? I haven't noticed it on either one of these monitors. So even for browsing the web, you're gonna have an enjoyable experience, whether you're Team HP or Team Acer. So now it's time for one of my favorite tests. You can see we have a motion test on both of the displays right now. Keep in mind the Acer is fixed to 60 Hertz, so we have 60 FPS on the screen for both of them, even though the HP can truly go up to 75 FPS if we wanted the 75 Hertz refresh rate. So keep that in mind. If you are going to do some light gaming, keyword light gaming, you'll get an even better boost with the HP monitor due to the higher refresh rate that is supported. So if you need those extra frames and that makes a competitive advantage and difference to you, then you want to choose the HP over the Acer. But keep in mind, 4 millisecond response time versus 5, that could be something of importance to you too. But this is just going to show you what it's like and why it matters to have that higher refresh rate and the higher FPS values. You can see how much smoother the footage is at 60 FPS versus 30 or 15. Now you can see I got Fortnite pulled up right here, 1080, 60 FPS, epic settings. Let's check that out. You can get a look and feel for how everything is going to look with both of these monitors side by side. Let me go ahead, let me shake it back and forth. I'm not trying to make you guys dizzy or sick. Just want you to see what it's like with fast movements for both the panels. Hopefully you guys can see that right there. Very similar colors. Everything looks nice. Definitely solid. We're getting 1080p gaming right here. 60 FPS, 60 Hertz. Got him! Got him! That was awesome! I can't even climb up here. All right, we'll take the assist. Come on, got him! Yeah! Got him! So after using both of these monitors side by side, let me share with you guys my final thoughts. There's only one clear winner in the battle of 24-inch computer monitor supremacy between the HP 24mh and our Acer R240HY monitor, and that winner is the HP monitor. It's a much better deal and value for all the extra features that we get at no additional increase in price. In fact, at the time of this review, this monitor is actually a couple dollars cheaper than the Acer monitor. So why do I like this one? Why did it win? Well, first thing is the built-in stand. It is a top-notch stand. Very, very impressive that we get all the functionality out of this stand. So it just makes your monitor that much more useful. So we got the stand. We got built-in speakers. This monitor has built-in speakers that actually don't sound that bad either. So I love having built-in speakers. Even if you don't need them, I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. I like the I/O better with this one. I like that we get HDMI DisplayPort and we get VGA. We have our headphone audio jack as well. And we have the nice power integration, just using your standard power cable with no extra supply brick or anything else needed. So it's really a solid choice and a great value, and it clearly beats out this Acer monitor. So very, very impressed with the HP 24mh. That's our clear winner in today's review, comparing it with our Acer 240HY 24-inch monitor. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget, new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.